We are doing another day of word problems, basically. So make sure you know slope-intercept form, like the other day. Okay, so just a reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And for in terms of the word problems, basically your slope is m. That's when we're looking for the word per. Any number by the word per is usually the slope, and b is the y-intercept, but that's your starting amount, your constant number, how much it costs just to rent the car, things like that from the other day. Okay, so here's the question. An attorney charges a retainer fee of $2,000 and an additional $150 per hour for all hours worked after that. And what I'm going to underline is the word per with the number. So let's write an equation to find the total cost y. So this time we are going to have a y and an x. Ooh, here, I'm going to try that again. Okay. So when you see the word per, that's the slope that goes in front of the x. And the retainer fee means they're just $2,000 regardless of how many hours they work. So that's how you come up with that equation, okay? Then we could also, sorry, just checking things, I could also ask, so if your attorney puts in 5 hours of work, how much did that cost you? So that's where I would put the 5 here. Because remember, X is hours. And then you would put that in your calculator, okay? Versus if I said you got a bill from your attorney for $3,000, total bill. How many hours did they work for you? That would be different. That would be like when I put the 3,000 as the total, if you look here, and we don't know how many hours they worked, so I would write that kind of an equation. So again, we kind of have 3 things. We have the original equation. Then we have if they work so many hours, what's the bill going to be? Versus this last one was if they send you a bill, but they didn't put the how many hours, you have to figure out how many hours they worked. Okay? Okay. Number 2 here, it says a gym charges $30 per month and a sign-up fee of $120. Write an equation to find the total cost y for joining in X months. Okay, so again, we're going to write the equation. So you have y equals, and do we see the word per somewhere? Yep, that means that's the number that's representing the slope. That means $30 for every 1 month. And then the $120 fee is just the one-time fee. Okay, so again, that's my general equation. If I say I've joined the gym for 5 months and I want to quit, how much did I put into the gym? That's when I say, okay, after 5 months, how much money did I give to the gym? Versus if my bill comes and I spent $200, how many months was I at the gym? That would be like this one. And so depending on what you're solving for, total money spent at the gym or how many months I was at the gym. Okay, just to kind of put it in perspective. But for the most part, we just want to write the equations. That's the black and red one. So write the equation just means write the y equals mx plus b equation. Okay, a population of Pine Bluff is that number and is decreasing at a rate of 7 people per year. So note, here's my per, but note it's decreasing 7 people per year. So in the scope of slope-intercept form, that means it's going down 7. So that's a -7. Okay, and it started at 67.91. Okay, Then you could say, how many people will be in Pine Bluff in 20 years? That's when you put for X. But again, when it says decreasing, please note that's a negative. Okay, multi-step problem. A computer technician charges $75 for a consultation and $35 per hour of work. So there's your per. Okay, so it says write the equation. Okay, so the per, again, is the slope, and it charges $75 just to talk about how much it would cost you. Basically, that's what a consultation. Okay, use your equation to determine how much it would cost for 8 hours of work. So that just means I'm going to put 8 in for X. So Y equals 35 times 8 plus 75. Okay, so what I want you to do right now then, put it in your calculator. Pause the video, put it in your calculator, and make sure you get that number. Just double check. Okay? Now, use your equation to determine how many hours of work you could get for $180. So that's different, okay? Because we don't know the hours, but we know the total cost, and that's 180 is the money, so that's why. And remember, the first thing you do here is you minus the 75. Okay. And the last thing after this is you divide by 35 to get X by itself, and then you label, and you get 3 hours. Okay. Try that out on your own with your calculator. Okay, Ron's reception charges $25 per plate for a dinner. Reception is when you go to the Holiday Inn to a party. And a fee of just to rent the ballroom of $1,500. So what's the equation? So the equation is per plate is your slope per one plate, and $1,500 for the ballroom if 5 people come or 25 or 2,000 people come. Okay, Gert has $5,500 to spend on dinner. Okay, and the reception, it says use your equation, determine the number of plates you can afford. So the money is Y. So that's why I'm going to put the $5,500 here at the beginning. And then we have 25X plus 1,500. Remember, the first thing you do is you minus the 1,500 to get rid of that. So you have 4,000 equals 25X. And the last thing you do when you're solving for these, you divide and you get X and you label your answer. You should get 160 plates. Okay? Now, Gert's fiance decided he wants to invite 284 people. Use your equation to determine the total cost. So now we don't know the money. So now this is that Y equals $25 times 284 people per plate plus the 1,500. That's $1,500 to rent the space. And then you just put it, that one's easy. No work to be solved. Put it in your calculator. Don't forget to solve and label with the $ in front. Okay, so you have a worksheet today. Check the answers in Schoology and then take the formative in Schoology, okay? Okay, have a great day and let me know if you have any questions. Tomorrow we will start reviewing for our test on Tuesday.